So for today's painting, for finishing it all up and finessing it, you have your two paintbrushes. You have one that's a little bit smaller than another, and we're still working on monochromatic theme and unity. And what we're going to do is we're going to add trees to our background or other designs. Now, I'm going to get this brush, and I am keeping with the white and the black because I want unity. Again, if I start adding other colors and schemes and stuff in there, it is going to take away from what we are seeing now in the harmony or the piece of what we are seeing in our painting. And what I'm going to do is I am going to get some white on my paintbrush. You have your small one and then your bigger one. You're going to get your bigger one. And then up here, I am going to do a moon or a sun. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do a simple circle for a moon or a sunshine. I'm thinking a moon. And you know, sometimes we see the moon during the day too. So I'm holding my paper over here. And I circle again. I'm taking my time. I can always make it bigger. I cannot make it smaller. Once it's on there, it's on there. So we need to be thoughtful about everything we do. And now here's my circle. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to come around it and do some rays for my moon. And breaking them up, I'm coming between. They're very wispy, dry brush marks, meaning I am letting the paint run out a little bit to create some texture around the rays. Ta-da! Now with that same white, but different brush, so I'm going to put this brush off to the side for right now in my water. I'm going to get a different brush and I'm going to get the white, and then I'm going to come in here and towards the back, I am going to a little stem for a tree, and then I'm going to have all my little tiny tree branches come out, and you can see that I am in the background. I like that. Friends, I have changed my mind looking at this. And I actually think that it would look better if we used a little bit of the blue in there with that white. I've changed my mind just like that. Because now it looks like our trees are actually part of our painting. They don't look so bright. So that's an important thing to remember when we're doing Unity. You think that maybe you're going to do one thing and then you're like, it looks better if I do it this way. So with my lighter blue color, maybe you have to mix some more. You need to get a little bit of white, a little bit of blue, and you need to come in and you need to mix it a little bit more. And I'm putting some trees in the background. Again, I'm starting with a trunk, and then I'm bringing my tree branches out off to the side. The branches coming off. If you need to practice over here on your scratch piece of paper first, sometimes that's really helpful for you to plan out a tree. So you need a trunk, and then you need little branches coming off. I'm making mine a little bit squiggly because it's fun, but you can always make your trees straight with the branches coming out. And you can see that I've stayed along the same mountain path. I didn't come over here into the dark spot with my light color. I'm in the same area with my light color. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add some texture for my trees. And maybe I covered some of the branches up, and that's okay because you know what? It's fading in the background. If you don't see all of them, that is not a big deal. Now I'm going to rinse off my brush, and I'm going to come back over here into my paints, and I'm going to go with a slightly darker blue. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of my blue here. I want this little bit of a darker blue here. And then has a little bit of that dark color mixed in there. And now I'm going to come in here And I'm going to add another tree. So long line up, texture, tree branches out. If you want, I'm being very gentle with my paintbrush when I'm adding my trees. You can see that they're small as they're in the background because things are small and fuzzy towards the background, and then they get more detailed as you move towards the front. So I'm going to leave those guys like that, and then I'm going to come here in the front and I'm going to get just the black and the blue, so that really dark black and blue color from last time. And then I'm going to come in and make bigger trees. So I'm going to start here with a big tree trunk, nice and large. Maybe put one here too. And I'm going to fade it back into my mountains. I don't want it to look like my tree just stops there. So I have 3 of them, 3 tree trunks. And they're nice big trees. Again, we're in the front of our painting, so they should look darker. And now I'm going to go ahead and add that tree texture up here along the top. Just by pressing my brush down. I'm not pushing hard. I'm being very gentle and light. I skipped the branches on these ones. I'm just going for the texture first. And that's because they're closer. So I kind of want the tree branches to be more visible, or you can see them more than these ones. So then I'm going to add a tree branch, add another, and then I will put some texture. And then add another. And I'm doing the same thing over here. And now what you can do is you can rinse your brush off, give it a good wipe, and then maybe we add a little bit of zest in there. So maybe I get a little bit of the lighter color now, and now I'm going to come in and add some highlights from our moon into this dark color by bringing some of this light blue into our dark trees and tapping some light into our trees. We're still keeping the same color scheme. We are just adding a little bit of detail so that you can see them. Maybe I put a little bit inside of my tree trunks so that the light looks like it's coming off of my tree trunks. And then what if I take a little bit of my dark and I add just a smidge? Just a little bit in there. Boom.